Thank you, Ms. Baker. Really? Okay, look, what we're going to do really is like a lot of music. A lot of music. Because I just firmly believe that kind of when they say music soothes the savage beast, that really is true. But when I use music, I'm talking about the music that the kids listen to, not the music that we listen to and hope they like it. I'm really talking about what they listen to. But I like to start with this. Students will forget what you said, students will forget what you did, but students will never forget how you make them feel. I always believe that.
I do too.
Anybody buy my book?
Yeah.
Okay. Long time ago, I wrote about this. Long time ago, I went to Alamo Heights Middle School. Long time ago in the 70s, so you can imagine what that was like. To this very day, I never forget going to school, having to fight, getting called all kinds of names, all that kind of stuff. This is with the teachers. I'd never forget that because I just felt that way and it just kind of stayed with me forever. And when I became a teacher, when I became a principal and all those things, I kind of keep that with me. And I know as teachers, they would go, oh, how come Dr. Diop never suspends and all this other kind of stuff? And I did, but that was just always my last resort because I never wanted the students to walk away feeling inadequate. I always wanted them to feel special, and whatever I had to do to make them feel special, that's what I would do. So even in the classroom, as a classroom teacher, I was always trying to come up with ways to hook their attention, to keep them going, because if they were, and this was middle school, so if they were going to be with me for 90 minutes, there's no way I could stand up and talk to them about anything for 90 minutes. Just like I couldn't stand up here and talk to you for 90 minutes. It's the same thing with the kids. So I always like to start with that. Students will forget what you said, forget what you did, but they will never forget how you make them feel. I just kind of keep that with me forever. Students, anybody, you can remember 10% of what you read, 75% of what you see and hear. How many believe that? Believe that? Okay, let me ask you a question. Read, what's your name again?
Warren.
Read that for me.
The set of points in the plane that
Equidistant.
from the given point.
What am I? The set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. What is that?
I don't know what that
What am I? What am I? The set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. What am I? So if you ask your students that, they will probably do the same exact thing you're doing. I don't know. But this is what I am. It's a circle. It's simple as that. But if you put a picture up, they'll remember the picture before they will remember that. The set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. I don't know what that is, but when you put a picture up of a circle, now they can put the two together. That's what I mean. You can remember 75% of what you see and hear. And then when you throw touch in there, y'all don't have smart boards, huh? My bad. So when you have like devices like the smart boards where the kids can actually get up and touch stuff and draw circles, now they're remembering with more senses. And that's, to me, that's the importance of music. This is what we're going to go over today. TEKS 5.48. In particular, alliteration and onomatopoeia. I know you know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Onomatopoeia?
Yes.
What's onomatopoeia?
Sound words.
Sound words. What's alliteration?
Well,
Everything.
starts with the same letter.
Everything start with, she's smart. Yeah, you
I
go right
teach
there.
writing.
There you go. Then this was, you would really like this because when I found this, when I kind of came up with this whole concept, I'm riding down the street. Well, I'll get to that. So this is what we're going to go over. Alliteration, onomatopoeia, poetry. But not just Shakespeare, James Baldwin. I'm talking about poetry and music. In particular, rap music. Because you know rappers are poets, right?
Right.
They're poets. Whether we like it or not, whether we don't want to hear the music, whether we don't like the our kids listen to it. And it was always strange to me when a kid walks into your school right now, let's say you're doing duty, morning duty, whatever. Kid walks in with headphones on. What's the first thing we do? Take them away. Put in the cabinet. We're going to throw them, give them to your parents. But the answer to their learning is right here. You should take the headphones and put them in and say, what are you listening to? And listen to it. And see how you can use it in your classroom. Because if they're listening to it without any prodding whatsoever, chances are we can use that in our classroom. Now you might listen to it. I know we'll listen to it and say, oh, okay, there was a 4-letter words and I go to church and I want to hear all that kind of stuff. Well, again, we're trying to reach them. They're not trying to reach us. So we're listening to whatever they're listening to. Sometimes you might just need to drive down the street and listen to 98.5, whatever radio station. Sometimes you might need to spend 10 or 15 minutes a day just listening to the radio. Because that's what they listen to. And whatever they listen to, if you can somehow take that and put that in your lessons, now you can hook them. And that's what I've attempted to do with this. So that's what we're going to go over today. TEKS 5.4a, alliteration and onomatopoeia. Remember those two. Who is that? Somebody tell me who that is.
I can't see it.
Eminem. No, it is. She jumped out.
The baby.
We were doing a presentation in a very large middle school down in South Texas. And out of all the rappers we talked about, when I said Eminem, they just went crazy. They knew who Eminem was. So I started thinking, well, wow, so I have to find something that Eminem does that they can relate to, because at first I didn't have it in there. So I said, why use music? This is what Eminem says. Since I'm in the position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them a minute. That's a lyric in one of his songs that he has with Jay-Z. The song is called Renegade. Again, he's with Jay-Z, and the song is called Renegade. He and Jay-Z are going back and forth. And I kind of I'm listening to that one day. As a matter of fact, when we were coming back from our other presentation, I was coming back and that song came on. And I just started listening to it. I'm like, man, did he just use alliteration here? This is how we're going to do it. This is our strategy. Ms. Bacon said hashtag. How many of you know what that bird represents?
Twitter.
Twitter. Okay. Nobody ever clearly use Twitter? Nobody uses Twitter? Who uses Twitter? Nobody uses Twitter?
I use Twitter.
What's your hashtag? What's your name on Twitter?
My name.
What's your name?
Veronica.
Veronica. @Veronica. Hashtag. Well, it's not a hashtag. It's the @ Veronica. That's her name on Twitter. If you want to find anybody, you put the @ Dr. Diop. @ Aaronette. That's your sign.
They don't know my first name.
Well, they do now. Aaronette McCollum, baby. This number sign, that's called a hashtag. In Twitter language, hashtag represents anything that comes after the hashtag. That's what you want them to pay attention to. So let's say Veronica has a party she's promoting. @Veronica, hashtag party, whatever. Party at Veronica's house, hashtag party at Veronica's house. That hashtag means, pay attention to me, I want to tell you something. That's what hashtag means in Twitter. Our students use it all the time. And they all have different names. So I said, well, you know what? How can we use Twitter and hashtag in our classrooms? So this is what I came up with for vocabulary. These are vocabulary words you're going to learn today. Anytime, if the word is in red, that's the vocabulary word. If it's just all caps, that's the onomatopoeia. Okay? So whenever the students are reading, let's say they're reading a paragraph, whatever, they're reading something. They come across a word they don't know. They just simply put a hashtag in front of it. Hashtag, whatever the word is, keep reading. Everyone does that. Hashtag, whatever, keep reading. When they're finished reading whatever they're reading, at the end of that paragraph, you'll probably have 6 vocabulary words. Chances are that most of them do not know. And that's what you put on your word wall, or they write in their journals. Hashtag, skew. Hashtag, what is this word?
Malleable.
Hashtag, malleable. What's this word? Acquiescent. Hashtag acquiescent. What is this word? Huh?
Double entendre.
Double entendre. Hashtag double entendre. You're going to learn all these words and they're in a song. So you're going to hear the song and the words in the song that they're in. Those vocabulary words are in a rap song that our kids listen to all the time. But they don't know that the words are there. But if we're listening to them as educators, that's how we can take whatever they use in their everyday world and bring it into the schools. I was talking to some middle school teachers the other day, and you can get on YouTube now in the district. That used to be blocked. Well, these are middle school teachers, and they said, well, we want to block YouTube. We don't want our kids to get to YouTube. And I understand why, but I said, why? Well, because they're going with it. I said, well, why don't you just go look over their shoulders and see what it is on YouTube they're looking at that interests them so much. They're supposed to be doing something, but they're going to YouTube. Go find out why. Instead of just shutting the whole thing down, say, oh, I just like this, whatever, this Beyonce video. But what do you like about it? And now they're talking, which is what you want them to do. So we don't have to shut everything that they use out here. We don't have to shut that out when they come to us at school. So these are the words we're going to learn. So everybody say skew.
Skew.
Everybody say malleable.
Malleable.
Acquiescent.
Acquiescent.
Double entendre.
Double entendre.
Skew, a bias toward one group or subject. What is malleable? What's malleable?
Easily influenced.
Easy influence. Acquiescent is
To agree with protest.
double entendre.
A word or phrase that has 2 meanings.
Okay, those are words we're going to learn today along with the onomatopoeia, comma, and gas. Again, they're all in a song. BJ, you ready? I'm going to go back if you're ready. It's all right. We're going to come back. Who is that?
Blueface.
Lupe Fiasco.
I know. How many of you have heard Lupe Fiasco?
Have you heard it, Mr. Wood?
Just a couple of people, Lupe Fiasco. I'm pretty sure you've heard his music before. See, right about this time I will play it. As soon as he gets ready, we're going to do that. But Lupe Fiasco has a very popular song. Is he ready? Hold on, now we ain't done with it. Now we got to go back. We got to go back. Yeah, we got to go back, because they still haven't heard this one. This one. You ready? Okay. So I'm going back to why I use music. Eminem, since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them a minute. Do you think that's poetry? When the kids are writing teacher, do they have to write the way, can they basically write in their own voice?
I tell them to.
Yes.
Rhyming isn't a poem isn't always rhyme.
Right.
It's feeling.
It's feeling. So when we see something like that, some of us might go, I ain't. That's not a word. But in poetry it is. You're not going to say, I'm not a politician. They're going to say, I ain't. You ready? Spin that, DJ.
Listen and talk to these kids and they listen. I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them on
That's Eminem. Want to hear it again? One more time, DJ.
Listen and talk to these kids and they listen. I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them on
He's telling you right there, I'm in a position to talk to the kids. And he's not even a teacher. And how does he do it? He just kicks it with them. And he talks to them. We're with them all day long. So if he's in a position to talk to them, you know we are. And we don't want to waste those opportunities that we have. We have to use whatever we can to bring us in the classroom. And that's what he said. Since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I just kick it with them a minute. And just talk to them. Your fifth graders probably know that rhyme right there. So now we're going to go forward. I'm going to keep moving. Hashtag, vocabulary, back to Lupe Fiasco. I'm going to ask you again. How many of you heard of Lupe Fiasco? Which song does he have? I know. Did anybody know the song, one of his songs?
One called like Superstar or
That's my girl right there. Well, the song we're going to use today, and I have to qualify this a little bit. The song we're going to use today is called Blank Bad. I'm not going to tell you the first part, but it's Blank Bad. We cut the blank part out. Because sometimes you have to do that. You can't just throw group music in the classroom and say, hey, let's get down with it. It's one other word. You have to, you have to be a little bit discriminating. So we did that. But the title of the song that we're going to go over today, you heard this beat right here? I said, you heard that? One more time. One more time. I'm getting him warmed up. One more time. Here you go. Just listen to the beat. Tell me if you've heard that. This is a song we're going to use today. Don't ring nothing? Start rocking that. I said, nothing? What's the song? DJ, spin that next one. I know you know what this one is. This is Lupe Fiasco.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear.
That's Lupe Fiasco. You know that song, right? So now, those of you that know the song, you've just what they call APK. What is that? Activated their prior knowledge. Now they know. Okay, now Lupe Fiasco. I get it. Now I get it. I'm a superstar. Now they're hooked. Now they're ready because they're getting ready to learn vocabulary through regular music that they listen to. And I'm not talking about like educational rap, which is cool. Some of it's a little corny, but it's cool. But because kids know that you're gonna throw some rhymes over learning some multiplication, whatever. They're not stupid. They know when you're trying to trick them. And that's when I said, no, we have to use the music they actually listen to. So Lupe Fiasco, the song is Blank Bad, and you heard the beat. This is the very first verse. First, he's relating the word blank with his mama, comma. That's the onomatopoeia. Why do you think I say that's onomatopoeia? It's not a sound, but he's using it as a sound.
Yeah.
In the verse, say that again?
Because he's saying comma.
Thank you. Very good. He's not writing the comma. He's saying comma. But it has the same effect. A comma makes you do what? Pause. And when you say comma, you're stopping. That's all he wants you to do is pause. And because she's related to herself, his most important source of health and mental health, he may hashtag skew. To skew is what? To favor one side over another. My feelings for this table is a little bit skewed over that table. So now they have the vocabulary, they're going back and forth. So remember, the vocabulary word is skew. So they're writing that in their journal. Hashtag skew. Comma. Because he laid the word comma with his mama, his most important source of health and mental health, he may skew respect for dishonor. That's all in the song. Want to hear? Want to hear?
Yeah.
Spin that, DJ.
I'll be good. Couple of things that happened. First, you making a word with his mama, comma.
You hear it? First, he laid the word with his mama, comma. And when they read the lyrics, it's written just like that. Keep going, DJ.
Because she's related to herself, there's no surprise, don't say help that. Mental health, he makes you respect for dishonor.
You when he said he may skew respect for dishonor? So now that's a song that they actually listen to. They probably didn't even know that word was in there. So they have skew, they have comma. So now you're relating their teeth, what the state says they have to know, with music that they listen to every single day. Now what child is not going to want to write that word hashtag in their vocabulary?